You know, people think investment in somebody is only money. No, time, prayers,
affection, love.
Yes, them just dearly knowing, oh, we sent Caroline to North Carolina. Our beloved girl in our city.
She's over there.
In our village. She's representing us over there.
Doing big things.
Doing big things, even if you're not doing necessarily. You're big things because you got on a plane.
The guild knows you're doing big things.
And we agree you're doing big things.
Yes.
So that person needs closure.
Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Knowledge Room at Kofisi and Karen. And knowledge actually is what we're here about. You know this lady if you don't allow me to introduce her. She's Dr. Lucy McKenzie. She is the chairperson of KNADS, Google them, and every time I have to have a conversation about us and abroad, I look for her because you are clear, you are direct, but you're gentle. And the conversation I need to have can only be had in that way. You look amazing.
Thank you.
And you seem to have enjoyed being on this side during COVID. Because at the time I was worried, I was like, oh no, she's been locked in. I was like, actually, she's happy.
I'm not locked in anymore.
You're not locked in anymore and you're still here.
This is a Kenyan glow.
This is a Kenyan glow. I hear you.
Yes.
So I need to talk about abroad, as we call it. We who sit here and we think about you guys. This has bothered me. I've shifted and squirmed and I said, I can only speak to you. In the last 7 months, without a doubt, and especially in 2021, not 2022, I have been part of major fundraisings to bring a Kenyan home, to repatriate. And obviously it's always a flyer that is shared on social media that says, help us bring our brother home, help us bring our cousin home. And this is for their final journey.
Yes.
And I think when it began to concern me is I was like, Allah, this thing has been going on for more than 2 weeks. The appeal.
Yes.
So here's a question I want to ask you. First and foremost, Kwani, how much does it cost?
Oh.
I had to go there.
2021 was tough for a lot of people.
Okay.
And obviously for the obvious COVID-19, but also for people with chronic diseases.
Okay.
But it is expensive to repatriate a body home from the US or from any part of the diaspora. If you Google the search, it says from $1,500. I don't know from where exactly that would be the cost. Surely that could not be the cost. But mostly around $20,000.
$20,000?
Yes.
That's 2 million Kenya shillings.
Just to bring the body home.
And then we can start the rest of the journey.
Yes.
And that's just the individual we're repatriating.
Correct.
Because I don't think that body travels alone.
Correct. So it's not $20,000. $20,000 is to bring the body home, plus the additional costs of whoever's going to be accompanying the body.
Yes.
And if there was any medical bills that had been left outstanding.
Wow.
And obviously to transport the person from when they get to JKIA to their final resting place.
Yes.
So most of the times you'll see the bill, the appeal is for $30,000 and you're asking,
how? Yes, I know.
That's 3 million shillings.
That's a lot of money.
Yes.
That's like the money we raised to just send you to Campo Huko.
Yes.
Wow. So because that bothered me, I know what the process is like on this end because I've been in a position to have to go and receive the person traveling and the repatriatee at JKIA. So I know what the process is, but I'm wondering now what happens on the other side. While we are trying to raise money, on social media,
is in a funeral home.
And there's a cost.
There will be a cost associated to that.
Whoa.
Yes.
So actually $20,000 to $30,000 is about right. Is about right.
Yes.
So here's the other question that has been on my mind.
Yes.
In abroad, as we like to say,
yes,
in the world of development,
yes,
surely there's a product that covers this.
There is a product.
Oh.
Yes. Sometimes I think we need to also look at ourselves.
Okay.
We leave 254 and go abroad to developed countries, and as individuals we fail to develop.
We just remain as we
just remain as if we were still here.
Okay.
Okay, so that is also a responsibility on our part. But the products are there, and they're not that expensive. $20 gets you some type of insurance, of personal insurance.
That's coffee.
Yeah, Starbucks. Mm-hmm. 2 Starbucks get you insurance, life insurance.
So there is something that would take care of you.
Absolutely.
That wouldn't also, because for me, I keep telling myself, we're Africans, we're proud. Mm-hmm. And your final, kind of conversation online cannot be your face being pasted everywhere as we ask for money. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I also think, apana.
Donor fatigue is a real thing. And last year,
2020 and 2021, let's just segue here.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but when I started giving contributions in 2020 and especially 2021, because we got hit hard by Delta.
Yes.
I mean, my contributions were hefty. Do you know, at some point, I was like down to the bare minimum because I had given and given and given, and I was like, I was.
And if you're giving that way in Kenya, imagine what people in abroad are doing. They are also giving. Every week or every other week, you're being close friends or friends of friends, somebody who you randomly know because the appeal is hefty. I mean, $30,000, $40,000 is not huge. It's not small money.
It's not small money.
So you will appeal even to people who are not necessarily your closest friends.
But we need to meet this figure.
We do need to meet that figure. And you need to be brought back to Kenya because that's what your family wants. And if you didn't make that decision ahead of time, now you leave it to your parents or the people who you left here to make that decision for you. It's not just as simple as, okay, you passed and we cremate you or we bury you in abroad.
Because even as we were talking, I can hear that person on social media going, why don't you just bury them there? Why don't you just cremate them? So, but the one thing I do understand, and you have to correct me, is you can't just be buried abroad. It also has its cost.
It also has a cost. It's not like you're getting it for free.
It's not a one-off also.
No, because unless you are a ward of the state, then the state has to figure out how you get buried. But for the most part, you need a plot to be buried.
And I understand even if you're in a cemetery, you pay for that plot annually.
Yes.
Even in death.
So it doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah. But remember, your family that is in 254 needs closure.
They need closure. That's what I was going to say. I was like, it's very easy to say, I will be cremated. No, I'll be buried in the US. But, you know, Auntie Wangare, Auntie Mbula cannot. She will not have closure unless she knows Ameletwa.
Yes.
And we have mourned them and put them to the ground.
Yes.
And I think one of the things, and I could be wrong, the people who also held prayers, functions for you, sang as you went to JKIA.
Yes.
They
invested in you.
Thank you.
Invested. You know, people think investment in somebody is only money. No. Time, prayers.
Affection, love.
Yes. Them just dearly knowing, oh, we sent Caroline to North Carolina. Our beloved girl in our city.
She's over there.
In our village. She's representing us over there.
Doing big things.
Doing big things, even if you're not doing necessarily your big things because you got on a plane.
The guild knows you're doing big things.
And we agree you're doing big things.
Yes.
So that person needs closure.
Yes.
They did a mass for you. They did some type of service for you. They called the whole entire village on your behalf to showcase that you're going to this abroad.
So in your final journey, you must come.
You need
because
to.
I think it's also very callous to say, I'll be cremated. You can't. You need to have had that conversation with your mother. It's one thing if you're cremated here in Nairobi and we all go to Kariobangi together, or you know, wherever the crematorium is. But I don't think you can come in an urn and your mom will be fine. I don't think so. Fellow Kenyans, fellow Africans, I don't see it.
Yes, I don't
see it.
Even as a parent, think about your child being delivered to you in an urn. And I'm not saying that people should not make those choices.
But
the thing is, I think it is best to have those conversations with your loved ones. That way, when you come back in that urn, it is not a shocker for them.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I also think we have this taboo of having discussions around death. Yet there is no other way we are going to go.
Actually, there's really no other way off this planet.
There's none. Seriously. Okay.
I told you she's very direct, but there is no other way off.
Some, people don't want us to see us laughing about it, but it is the truth.
There's no other way off this planet. We are
all heading there.
So can we just plan?
Plan ahead.
And especially when we are not within the same, literally 25 kilometer radius of the people who love us.
Have those conversations.
Have them.
So
there is a product.
There is many products.
There's many products.
And there are many reps who are Kenyans who can provide you with this information. It is not even that you have to go and find this information from the foreigners.
No, because I was thinking, when I think about it, even the foreigners themselves have never really created a repatriation product because they're like, si tuko hapa. It is for us to understand that there's a product that understands our unique situation and understand it for what it is and take it on.
And better still, in every community now, most of the communities have benevolent products. So you can be in your Kikuyu group that has your own benevolent thing. The Kisii people, the Luo people, the Kenyans.
Yes.
There is a product for all of us.
So we for me, like I said, I 1, 2, 3, by about the 8th one, I was like, I need to have a conversation here.
Yes.
And for me, this conversation cuts across, and it's from the continent to diaspora and back. Yes. Because I would like to believe that those of us on the continent will also encourage our friends and family in diaspora to take a product. Do this so that we can all be organized and dignified in our final journey.
That's a key word.
Yes, dignified in our final journey.
Dignified.
Yes.
You don't want people sitting around and saying, "Ay, na huyu. Why mbona hakuwa amejisort?" Amekuwa huku 20 years na hajajisort.
That's actually, can we take a break? And I know you need a break because I know you want to talk, but let's agree. We must find the solution and then take it up. It's not that we know, because knowledge is not power.
It isn't.
It is the application of knowledge. And we say this as we proudly sit in the knowledge room at Kofisi. But the way we love this, we might not leave. We love it, don't we?
We do.
We love this place, Kofisi. Well done. But please come back. I want to talk about life insurance with diaspora and local.
Yes.
Please. And thank you for watching.